Hello, everyone. I just want to go over the quiz that doesn't count and talk about the transformation. So this guy here, what would happen is, remember we have A, B, and C, and if we have F here, just go through this. There's X like that, and our A goes in front, our K goes here. So there's a bracket between K and the X, and then there's a minus D, and then plus C. So I didn't really plan ahead on that one, but that's kind of, let's try that again. There's F, A, K, bracket, X minus D plus C. Oh, Lord. C. And there's a bracket between those ones also. Okay, so you can have that second bracket or not, but regardless, there's a bracket between the K and the X if there's a D. Okay, so that'll come up later. So this guy here is your D, which means I'm going left 2. Think of your parabola. If you had this, you would say that's left 2, and that would be down 1. So that's the first question. The second guy here, this negative 2 is in front of the whole thing, so this is your A. So again, if this was your parabola, so you have this here, and in front you had a negative 2, that's a vertical stretch of 2, and that would reflect down. Okay, this is the x-axis, so reflect x-axis. That's what that says. And this guy here is down 4. Okay, and let's keep going. A lot's going on here. I think is it the same thing? Negative. It is. So again, you have an A value here of negative 2. So this is in front of the whole thing. So vertical stretch 2, reflect x-axis. This negative is a reflection in the y-axis. Okay, so that there you have a K of minus 1, okay, or a negative. So that's reflected in the y-axis. Second here. And then that's right 3 and up 1. Question 4, what's the equation of this transformation? So we have x squared, and we're going to do a bunch of stuff to it and see how that turns out. So let's extend this page if I can. Good. Give me a second here. We have a horizontal compression. Oh, what's going on there? A horizontal compression of 2. So a horizontal compression is going to be K, right? Horizontal is K. And remember that a compression, what happens compression and stretch wise is 1 over K. So if I have a compression of 2, I'm going to have a K value of 2, but this becomes 1/2 like this. Okay. So I have a K value of 1/2. So that is on the x squared, but let's hold off for a second here before I put any squareds. So it's right here. So there'll be a bracket like this. There might be a second bracket, but we'll keep going. Then a horizontal translation of 3 units to the right. So I'm going 3 to the right. So I put a minus 3 there. But I must have a second pair of brackets like this. Okay, so that is, taking a look at this now. Here's your horizontal compression of 1/2, and I move 3 to the right, but there must be a bracket here between the two. Okay, otherwise it's not factored properly, and that's not right. So that's good. That's good. Horizontal compression, translation of 3 to the right, and finally a vertical translation of 5 up. So this plus 5 goes on the outside. Okay, and this was a parabola. This is x squared, so we write it like this. If this was just a general function, right, if we want it like this, you would do the following. That's a 3, put a 1/2 here. You can put a second bracket like that, and then a plus 5 here. Okay, and the last question is domain and range of this function. So back to this function here. It's a parabola. So we know our parabolas look like this or like this. And now we just pretty much have to figure out what the vertex is. This guy here is a vertex of 3 and 5. Oh, I forgot this, vertically reflected. So let's go back here. Vertically reflected means that there's a negative in front of the whole thing. Okay, so the whole thing will have a negative, which means it's flipped this way. So my parabola was 3. Sorry, my parabola is up. My vertex, sorry, is up here at 3, 3, 5, but it comes down because it's reflected. So when I have my domain and my range, this again, remember this range in a parabola is the set of real numbers. and sorry, domain, sorry. Domain is X is a set of real numbers, and the range is the Y value. And sorry, that's a function, set notation. Y belongs to the set of real numbers where, and because it's opening down, Y has something to do with 5. That's the max value. And because it's opening down, it's less than or equal to 5. So that's your domain and your range. Okay, so a little bit sloppy there with the writing, but hopefully you get the domain. It belongs to the real numbers, and the range Y belongs to the real numbers, or Y is less than or equal to 5. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. And take care.